the other week, you know what I mean? There was people driving me mad, so
Go for it.
I couldn't think about what I was talking about, you know what I mean?
You press the red button, yeah? Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what made you change originally from like pirate radio? What was the penultimate moment before you changed from pirate to internet radio?
Well, the reason why we did change, is purely because our pockets weren't deep enough to keep up with the DTI, with the haters, with the rig stealers, with the people who just come and take you off, just because they've got another radio station 30 yards up the road and they're in the same manner, not in the same frequency, they're just fighting for listeners, You get people stab you in the back, and then you get the DTI who just clean you out with your money, sometimes when you get established, you lose 3, 4, maybe 5 rigs a month. When it was good times pirate radio, from the 90s to 2002, 2003, the DTI will bang on it, they were on it. You couldn't, you look like you was earning a bit of paper, but there ain't no paper in radio, it's your papers in your events, and these days it's even harder to do the events. It's like this business used to be cash cows, they're not cash cows no more. You can take them to a certain level, but unless you're a cash cow yourself, you can't get over that threshold. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So we just give a flat platform, steady platform, and we charge £20 for it, and as long as there's dance music, this platform should and will be here. You know what I mean?
How do you think the change from like pirate radio, like FM transmission to internet radio has affected how many people listen to radio stations?
Basically now, we've got listeners nearly in every country in Europe, every state in America. There isn't a country that you can find on our stats, There's countries I've never even heard of and thought of. There's like little islands in the Pacific who listen. And it's like, each month there's a new person on the server, what it is with Life FM, it's had longevity, It's had time to build up on the web before other internet radio stations thought about it. We was broadcasting, web streaming, dance music before Radio 1 and that thought about going on the web, but we was here, and there's only been a couple of stations who have managed to go through the last 9 years on the web, and the web's not that old, and the internet radio is not that old on the web, and we've sat there for a while, so we are one of the people at the forefront, We've learnt by our mistakes. Our competitors are learning by their mistakes, and this is a digital world now, people listen to me through their phone, they've got us in their cars now, Up America, most of them listen to us through their cars and they're on their iPhones or their personal PC phones, and they can get you like that, When we first got the web, it was hard. Most people were on the modem, dial-up. We used to broadcast through a dial-up, It's like 25 some minutes. It'd take us an hour to get on to broadcast, But we're trying a new thing here. We're trying a new thing, and we have. You bought packages, you do things, unless you know what you're doing, it's a long curve.
But do you think less people listen to radio nowadays because it's an internet thing rather than...
Well, no. All the time there's pirate radio stations out there, and there's FM transmitters, and people still buying FM transmitters in their cars. The minute they stop building these FM transmitters and people don't have them in their new cars, and the old cars are all gone, unless people take out their Pi thing or their Pioneer one and fit it in another car and it's still got its FM transmitter, they ain't going to get the pirates, because they'd be blocked out by people's demand for new products. You understand? And FM, DAB, digital. You've even got internet-based radios what sit in your front room or wireless, and you can listen to any internet radio station in the world. It becomes more multimedia, then you get webcams involved and all that. It becomes more how can I say, radio is becoming visual as well. Do you understand? More life in it, It's like within the next 6, 7 years, you'll be able to watch these geezers DJ here on your phone, on your watch. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it ain't gonna buffer. Do you understand? And it's like, well, I don't know, you haven't seen your glasses if you want to see your sunglasses while you're going on the road. It's endless possibilities, isn't it? And the web is the way forward in business through the next few decades anyway. So, you know, to be on the web is something quite good, I believe.
So basically, how much pressure did you get from the law, from the government to shut your station down, and you know, how did you get around being caught?
Well, that was on our back all the time. It's just basically, I believe radio is how you portray yourself. If you're a radio station and you've got all these guys on there and they're talking about drugs and they're promoting drugs and they're promoting this and that, then it ain't a good look, is it? You know what I mean? You know, and if it's false, well, say, semi what they call propaganda, which isn't propaganda, it's just gang talk, it's just word slang, it's just thing what the government create a big bubble and say, well, we can't have this, yeah? But it's just youth culture, yeah? Trying to express itself, and there's no way these youths can get to mainstream to do that, yeah? And if it weren't for the pirates and things like that, a lot of stars in this country wouldn't be anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of them started off in the acid house scene. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. Like you know, you got Seal. Used to be with the Damsky, yeah? Now he's multi-million selling product. Do you know what I mean? But I used to hire that man in my raves in 1988, 1989. Seal and the Damsky. Do you understand? The acid house days. Yeah, and then that guy from that, Baby D, people like that, they're all household names now, you know. It's like that acid house sound what Margaret Thatcher tried to suppress is now in adverts, now in films, now in bank adverts. It's in documentaries about politics. There'd be some musty drum and bass or breaks going on in the background.
So where did you used to set up your radio stations? Well, how did you... Do you know what I mean? Do they have trackers? Do they track you? Or?
Well, the DTI can find you if they want to find you, but it's how you're performing on your transmitter, I believe, is how quick and fast you get took off, yeah? If you promote peace, love and unity, and you want to play dance music, and you're having a, you know, you're just doing your thing, yeah? Where some radio
what was your normal location? Did you move around?
No, we always had one fixed studio for 10 years. Yeah, the same studio for 10 years. Touch wood, well, I don't need to touch wood, I've got a licence with Ofcom now. But basically, we never ever got a studio rate. We used to leave the rigs easy enough for them to take if they needed to take it. We knew whether it was them because they cut the rig up, they cut the aerial up, they leave little bits of rubbish on the rig. Rig thieves to nick your aerial and they nick the rig. Do you know what I mean? Other radio stations. You know, DTI cut it up and let you know they're hurting your pocket. And they cut them up all week and leave it in little lines. In the olden days, your cable might be, I don't know, 100 metres, yeah, and they cut it up in little metre lengths and they'd be in a pile, and then you double dipole will be cut into a foot lengths, yeah, and it'll all be stacked and you bowl through the roof looking to see who's nicked your rig, and then you open it up and it's a pile, it's all piled up, nice for you, it looks like all pretty on the roof, you know what I mean, it's like we've been, do you know what I mean?
And for the people who don't know what DTI was, what does it stand for?
Well, it's Ofcom. It's a licensed authority, yeah. What basically licensed the broadcasting round the UK media. You know, it's Ofcom, yeah. And well, it's called the DTI, yeah. They're, how can I say? They're part of the licensing authority, and they've got a group within them, what they call the DTI. What are people who go around and take, i.e., pirate radios down, take their aerials down during the day, knock their locations, knock their doors, you know. This day and age there's loads of pirate radio raids. Don't worry, they've got money now and like, you know, they're trying to stop it before 2012. Yeah? But, you know, as long as someone wants to be a pirate and someone can listen to them, there'll always be pirates. Because it started off years ago, as you said, on Radio Caroline. Do you know what I mean? Them boys sat out there until their boat sunk. Yeah? And they enjoyed themselves and all they wanted to do was play music. But if they played it in a flat in Brixton, yeah, and they had it on Brixton Hill, yeah, Ranchella, yeah, and they got it in an old big bread bin in the 60s and that, like old biscuit tins, this day and age, rigs are far superior, yeah, you can buy all different sort of money you can pay for a rig. You can, like, you know, it's how big your